Alright, so 5.1, measuring, drawing, and estimating angles. Now we went through this in class, so just very quickly, if you missed it, here are the different types of angles. So acute is 0 to 90 degrees, right is exactly 90, two rays are perpendicular to each other. Obtuse if their measure is between 90 and 180. Straight if the measure is exactly 180, and reflex is between 180 and 360. So if we look at these examples here, obviously they have the solutions for us, but A would be a right angle because it's exactly 90 degrees. A straight angle is B, which because it's exactly 180. Obtuse, so now you can visually tell this is greater than 90, which would be somewhere around there, right? So this would be obtuse. Again, this is smaller than 90 for D, so this would be acute. And this looks like acute, but notice it's measuring the long way around. All right, so that means it's greater than 180, which would be this straight line. So because it goes past 180, it's considered a reflex. All right, so the first thing we have to do is basically just identify the type of angle. So you look at the degrees and then figure out what type of angle it is. So 68 degrees is between 0 and 90, so it is acute. 215 is bigger than 180, so it would be this one, it would be a reflex. 91 is bigger than 90, slightly, right, which would be obtuse. 32 degrees is another acute. So you're simply looking at these ranges that we showed on the previous page and then determining which type of angle it is. Alright, and the last thing we talked about in 5.1 was complementary and supplementary angles. So complementary angles add up to 90 degrees and supplementary angles add up to 180. Alright, so to find the complement, we subtract the angle from 90, and to find the supplement, you subtract it from 180. So the questions will look like this. If we're given an angle, if we look at number 6 here, of 45 degrees, the complement means it's going to add up to 90. So we go 90, subtract our angle. And the supplement means it has to add to 180. So we're going to go 180, subtract the angle. Alright, so 90 subtract 45 gives me exactly 45. 180 subtract 45 gives me 135. Alright, next one. 90 minus 78 gives me 12. So the complement is 12. And 180 minus 78 gives me 102. Okay, so just briefly, what we're doing here is we're imagining, if we look up here, imagining we can visualize 90 degrees, right? And so we have one angle here that is 78. And so we figured out that the complementary angle, which would be this other angle, is 12. And those two add up to 90. Okay, the supplementary angle then is going to add to 180. So if we visualize this, we have our angle again as 78. And then what we're doing when we find the supplement is we're finding this angle. We're finding the other one that we would add to 78 to make it 180, and in this case it's 102. Okay, so we'll see coming up, visually it might be a little bit easier to figure out what we're doing, but just to get in the habit of this. Now last example, 112, if it's greater than 90, there's no complement. Just put an X through it. But you can find the supplement. 180 minus 112 gives you 68 degrees. Alright, I'll let you finish that up. The quick examples of the complement of an angle is 58. So again, picture we have 90 degrees. we know one of the angles is 58, and we're trying to find this other side. Okay, so we're going to go 90 minus 58 gives me 32 degrees. And the supplement of the angle, so now again we picture the same angle. Or sorry, we picture the 32 degrees now. And then we're trying to find this one. So we're trying to find which one is going to add up to 180. So we're going to go 180 minus 32. And I get 148 degrees. Okay? Complement of an angle is 0 degrees. So that means our angle has to be 90, right? Because 90 plus 0 gives you 90. What is the size of the supplement of the angle? Well, if our angle is 90, the other side has to be 90 as well. So almost just trying to trick us there a little bit. We're going to save true bearing for 5.2, and then you already were given this assignment, so practice your skills, just number 1 to 4. All right, that's it for 5.1. If you missed it, let me know if there's any questions.